I'm making a short visit to the general cemetery in Temuco, and the first thing that I've come across are these nice murals behind me. See a sort of horse and carts here. There's this statue, and then you can see the Mapuche historic sort of wooden artifacts there, except these aren't actually wooden, that's just painted. This is the street towards the cemetery on the right here, but I was just walking under this tree, and it looks like gooseberries in here. Although there's no stripes on the outside of them like the ones in the UK, so I'm not going to risk eating them as I'm not a berry specialist and I don't want to get poisoned. Actually surprised at how big this cemetery is and how big the mausoleums are. This is the first one I can see. Cuerpo de Bomberos, I think that means fire department, or maybe something to do with a Rotary Club. But some really big mausoleums here. You can see here, sort of akin to what I missed out on in Buenos Aires when I was there. This one behind me here is Theodore Schmidt. He was allocating land to the local Mapuche indigenous people as well as foreign settlers, and it's estimated he surveyed over 800,000 hectares of land here. Selva Saavedra's grave. She was known as being like an environmentalist. She was a teacher during her time here in Temuco. She was sort of known as being a refuge for sad souls. Did a lot of cultural work and poetry in Temuco. I'm not sure how big the cemetery is. However, I would hazard a guess at maybe up to 3 full-size football pitches. Probably one of the nicer cemeteries I've visited in terms of how peaceful it is, how quiet it is. It's kept quite clean as well by the looks of things. Looks like this family has set up a nice set of table and chairs to sit here and remember this family member. These patios here, 17 to the left, 18 behind me, 21 to the right and 22 to the right. And it looks like the cemetery goes even further out through there. So this is the back end of the cemetery. I'm looking around because I was about to say the only disadvantage so far is there's no blackberries, but there are some trees here. Oh no, they're not blackberries, they're other berries. Because usually when I come to cemeteries there's blackberries growing near them. Oh, there are some blackberry bushes here, but it's behind a fence. So I'm not going to be able to get there. But you can see it's a bit more scenic in this area. So if you saw the map at the start, it's almost in the shape of a guitar, and this is the top thinner part heading up towards these hills, and that was the thick lower part. You can see here behind me this sort of grave shrine of Emilio Inostroza. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And this place is the most visited shrine or grave here in Temuco Cemetery, and it's actually become a pilgrimage site for people all across Chile because of how well known he was. He actually passed through the area and he's part of the culture and history of Temuco. The people of the Golaco neighborhood say that this sort of triangular shape here, I believe, is the Triangle of Death, which is where he is laid to rest. And you can see all the post-it notes on here giving messages of thanks over the years that he has given to people here in Temuco. Just making my way out of the cemetery now, but I'll just show you another sort of form of sort of grave shrine here that they've got a mausoleum. Some of them actually have doors where you can enter the mausoleum, and they've actually got a lock on the door. It's like a sort of modern door, which is quite interesting. And just outside the cemetery there's some more murals of cows here and a little fruit vendor. And there's also lots of flower vendors here just on the other side of the road with some nice fresh flowers. So I hope you enjoyed that short video in Temuco's General Cemetery, and it is really hot today. It's almost sweltering, so I'm just going to go and try and find some shelter to cool off a bit. Oof.